So good morning sir. So I am JR Megatuan from BSMT 2 section Betelgeuse. So in this video I'm going to explain my uh, PowerPoint presentation of the week 8. So in this video our title is Hull Inspection, Damage and Repair, or from the reporting and assessing structural defects. So our main topic for this is the hull inspection, damage repair for the hull damage and defects. So we have five hull damage and defects. So first is overload, second is inappropriate design, third is poor workmanship, fourth is fatigue by vibration, and the last is extensive wear and tear. So the first is overload. So we have grounding. In the overload damage and defects, so we have grounding, collision, contact, and operational failure. So what is grounding? So grounding is when a ship strikes the seabed, while stranding is when the ship then remains there for the same length of time. So the grounding is kanang ning bangga or nisabod sa yuta or kahoy. Yuta or bato sa dagat. Muna pasabot og grounding. So the second is collision. So ship collision is the name given to the physical impact that occurs between two ships results in damaging accident. So collision is isa sa damage about sa overload. Kanang magbangga, makuha ng malumping ng steel structure. So, na-picture niyo na nabanggaan ng isa ka ship sa murag bulkarin matalini. So, second is contact. So, contact damage is any damage to the vehicle or a ship caused by the direct contact with some object that is not part of the vehicle. Like, nakita nyo sa picture. Ang barko na lumping-lumping, nagaras-garas, manay ko nagkontak. Ang yang steel tractor, wala na porma. Yung mga painting, nabawg-bawg, manay kontak. So, fourth is operational failure by loading and ballasting. So, ballasting. So, we have only ballasting. Because ballasting, loading in ballasting. So, ballast is used to compensate for different cargo loads to the ship that a ship may carry at different times, including changes in weight during loading and unloading. It also provides stability and maneuverability during a ship voyage. So, operational failure by loading of ballast and ballasting. So, ang pasabot ani is kanang pagmali ang yang pagload sa mga cargo or ballasting na namali pag loading o unloading sa ballast mo ni natumba ang ship mo ni isa sa failure. So the second is the inappropriate design. So we have three. The non-compliance with the standard. Second is the ignorance of actual load. The third is the inadequate initial design. So, the first is non-compliance with the standard. So, the ship design process may be broken down broadly into two stages. The conceptual or the preliminary design, and detailed or tender or contact design. The preliminary design process will normally take the form of techno-economic appraisal using fundamental engineering economic approach. So we have example picture. So this is the actual or the ignorance of actual load or initial design of a ship, or they having non-compliance with the standard steel plate or structural plate. So the third is the poor workmanship. So we have four poor workmanship. The first is poor welding. The second is poor alignment. The third is poor standard material. And the third is substandard material. And fourth is a poor finish omission. So the first is a poor welding. So we have example of poor welding of pictures. The second is the alignment. In the third picture, the alignment is not good. And the third is the substandard material, like the steel or the structural steel. It is substandard. Na kung imong i-welding mabuslot, dili pra sa uban na i-weldingon, moinit ra. Ang pang-upat is poor finish omission is kanang inaghuman og welding maot ang yahang agi. May busot-buslot na pay butlig-butlig murag butog mga para na ikaduha aning sa center picture mo na pasabot or mo na examples of poor finish omission na maot pagka welding or maot pagkagama. So the fourth is na fatigue by vibration. So we have four fatigue by vibration. So we have mechanical source, hydrodynamic source, stiffener's fan tubig. So stiffener fan is sobrang nakatako. So sometimes weak superstructure. So fatigue damage starts prior to the initiation of a crack. When repeated loading, localized radium slip, plastic deformation or develop. These deformations are accentuated by repeated loading until a discernible crack finally appears. Like mga fan, dagkong fan sa makina, kurog-kurog. Kung imong mga weldingan or mga kwan is substandard mo, mga lumping o mechanical source, mga makina, mga kusog mo vibrate. Kung imuhang mga winilding sa mga welders is di tarong na inig kurog mo crack, putol gyapon. So mo ni ang example sa mga vibration na ikusog kayo, like na ikusog, na hinay, na ikusog kayo, manay example of vibration. So the last is extensive wear and tear corrosion. So we have three: the general wasted, the second is the localized corrosion, and the third is localized pitting. So we have pictures. So ang picture sa general wasted ani is kaning barko, kaning dako ari kilid barko. Na ari sa right side taas is mo na siya example of localized pitting. Kanang right sa abos is mo na example of localized corrosion. So general corrosion is the most common form of corrosion and is called uniform corrosion, where the electrochemical reaction in aqueous and atmospheric media proceed uniformly over the entire exposed metal surface over a large area. We have localized corrosion. Localized corrosion is defined as the type of corrosion in which there an intense attack at localized site on the metal surface, like right side down, ubos, right side sa ubos kananay murag piso, mo na example of localized corrosion. So pitting corrosion is a localized form of a corrosion by which cavities or holes are produced in the material. So kaning right taas mo na buho, kita mo ng buho. Kanang buho mo na gipasabot og fittings na gikan sa mga winildingan pod. Na pa mga winildingan na naingani. So that's all, sir. Thank you.